what's up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting edition of the Low Budget Show with Damon Millard. That's me. Today is the Christmas Spectacular.
Oh, what does that mean? Who really gives a fuck? We'll fucking figure it out as we go. It does mean that on today's show we have Usama Siddiquee, very funny comedian, is going to stop by and talk to us. And we have me and Robin go sightseeing through New York City as the video segment. Cool?
Cool. So first things first, I'm going to ask you guys if you can just click, if you're not already a subscriber, click over here, the Abraham Lincoln logo. Click that and subscribe to our YouTube page, and that way you guys will know every time I have a new video up. And then right down here is the video quality thing. It's like, it looks like a gear. It's like an icon down here. Click that, crank it up to a better resolution. YouTube's default is like 360 shit. It's like VHS. I don't really know. Who really knows? I don't know. But it's good, man. It's good. The holidays are coming. I'm pretty excited. What about you? I don't know. I'm so excited I made some eggnog, right? Shit is so good, man. I bought the Southern Comfort brand eggnog, because I guess they want you to buy it and then mix Southern Comfort in there, but fuck that shit. Southern Comfort is garbage.
The eggnog itself is great. So I got that, and then I bought some dark Jamaican rum, and I mixed them up, and fucking this shit is so good. It's the answer to getting drunk and fat at the exact same time. So yeah, I highly suggest you do this. When my girlfriend gets home, I'm gonna feed her a bunch of those, and we'll watch some Christmas movies. We've been doing this thing every single night since Thanksgiving. I think we've been watching a different Christmas movie. Like, so far we've seen Bad Santa, Ernest Saves Christmas, we watched the Peanuts Christmas special, a couple of other crappy ones like Santa Claus or Babes in Toyland. I couldn't get even 10 minutes into it. I was like, yo, you gotta kill this shit.
So, whatever. So that'll be what I plan on doing tonight, man. Because if you follow my life, my freedom is at stake, and I might not be around. Let's just skip over that subject. I don't want to talk about it right now. If you guys want to shoot me an email, you can do that right here at damonsmillard@yahoo.com, or you can tweet at me at laughingcock, LAUGHINGCOK. So do that. Get a hold of me. I'd love to hear from you guys. Whatever. What's going on here? My girlfriend took me to this place called Alice's Teacup.
Yeah, some real twatty place. It was fucking... It wasn't cool, man. It's like, basically, it's like this tea shop / restaurant that's like themed after Alice in Wonderland, which would have been awesome, you know, if like there was crazy dudes like the Mad Hatter in there going fucking crazy, like, it's my unbirthday, it's my unbirthday, like, that would have been dope. But it's not. It's just these fucking uptight Upper West Side broads. Like, they have nothing. Oh, I hated it, man. Like, just everybody in there was so prissy and fucking... It's not my thing. Like, I didn't fit in there very well. So
we go in, right, and they bring out these... Like, everybody's ordering these trays, right? These, like, 3-tier trays. Like, there's a plate and a plate and a plate, and then they got like little sandwiches, finger sandwiches, and scones, and little dessert things on there, and like, fucking, where did you take me, Robin? Like, oh man, the whole place kind of looked like the inside of a Jezebel blogger's vagina. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was real feminist, and not that well, whatever. It was just, I didn't enjoy myself there. I got a ham and cheese scone. It turned out to be about this big, And so we did a bang bang. Immediately after that, we went to some Greek restaurant, you know, and I got some matzo ball soup. So, like, leave me out of there.
Oh, the battery on this camera's dying already. This could be... I'm going to speed it up. I'm not going to make this too long anyway. Usama Siddiquee's we got a great interview with him, and it's pretty long anyway.
So let's do this segment real fast. Let's do this. Shit on the internet. This is the part of the show where I talk about shit that I saw on the internet. And I don't know if this really counts as a shit on the internet segment because, I mean, it's just shit that's in the news. I want to talk about the movie The Interview and the North Korea situation and Sony's decision to pull it from theaters. And so, you know, is it really a shit on the internet segment? I don't know.
If it's on the Yahoo homepage, then I know about it. If it's not, I learn about it at an open mic or some shit. Some fucking Brooklyn comic will bring it up, and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool, that happened. You know, that's how I learn my news, through shitty comics.
That's how I do it. All right, so here's what I want to say about this. I think it was the worst thing to do to not just release the movie as normal. You know what I mean? Yes, they threatened to blow up movie theaters on a 9/11 scale or whatever the fuck that means. But like, we look like pussies when we do shit like this. You know, we just look like cunt bags because seriously, how many times have you been told that you just stand up to a bully? You stand up to a bully, you stand up to a bully. And when you don't, they just fucking think that they can do whatever they want now. You know what I mean? And it's bullshit because it's not going to get better. Not releasing that movie isn't going to make anything better.
They're going to think they can do that whenever they want to now, and that just really pisses me off.
I think we should have did the opposite, man. We should just get crazy. You know what I mean?
Because we look like pussies, we do. This blogger generation.
And being upset about everything, you know, like, it's really ruined, I think, our image to everybody. We're just cunt bags. We really are. Okay, here's what I think we should do. You know how the tough guy, even the tough guy won't fuck with the crazy guy. You know what I mean? I think we should just we should bomb Florida and then just be like, what? What now? You think we're scared? You know what I mean?
That's what I would do. That's just me talking, though. I don't know shit. I don't even know. So, whatever. That's what I think we should do. It's probably not even a good movie. We're fucking... These guys...
I don't know. I'm just saying, if we bombed ourselves and then be like, what? Now what? Like, maybe North Korea would be like, oh, maybe we shouldn't fuck with the States, man. Their shit ain't on right. You know what I mean? They're fucking a little twisty up top. So fuck North Korea and fuck Sony for not putting out the movie for being pussies, and fuck people for just being twats. I thought that was gonna go better. Oh well. I gotta come up with a good gift idea for my girlfriend because she's already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got like 6 presents laying out there already, and I haven't done anything, man. You guys got any gift ideas? Just here, let's make it real instantaneous. Do it as soon as if you got an idea right now, at Laughing Cock Me. Just do that, because I got nothing. I'm gonna give her some eggnog, I know that. I don't know, man. I hate the holidays because holidays, I always have this pressure to, like, buy a gift, you know what I mean? I'm always broke, dude. I'm broke. I'm a marginally employed comic at best, you know? And then, so,
the holidays always puts this extra stress on you because, you know, you want to fucking live up to shit. And I hate when I know someone bought me something and I'm like, fuck, now I gotta get that person something.
My idea was this though, like if you got little kids, don't buy them shit. If you don't even buy them nothing, right? Because kids have short-term memories. They don't remember shit. I remember one year I bought my daughter this American Girl doll. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was like $150, and like she played with it like 2 fucking times.
How angry was I? Oh, and I bought her a Barbie Jeep one year. Fuck. Like the battery, the battery, like needed to get recharged. We never recharged it, and it just sat there. It just became furniture. So
my idea is this: if you got little kids, don't buy them shit. They're not gonna remember anyway, and then lie to them later. You know what I mean? Just be like, hey, remember when they ask you for something expensive, just be like, no, I don't think so, because when you were 9, I bought you that moon bounce, and that didn't work out too well. And they'd be like, what, Dad? I don't remember you buying me no moon bounce. And he'd be like, yeah, we didn't have it that long, because you popped it with your Air Jordans. Right? I think it's a brilliant idea, because you get to save money now, and then you get to be a good parent later.
there's no downside to that. I'm gonna do it, man. And then again, when, like, for older people, when they get Alzheimer's and shit, like, I think it's a good idea.
Whatever, man. Send me some emails one last time. DamonSMillard@yahoo.com. Also, tweet at me @LaughingCock. If you have a penis, do not go to Alice's teacup. You will not enjoy it. You'll leave hungry. I highly endorse this eggnog rum situation. I don't want to go to the kitchen and tell you what kind of rum it is, but because fuck it, just get a good rum, dark rum, mix it in there. Enjoy the holidays. Thank you guys so much for continually to tune in and watch these shows. Tell a friend about it, subscribe, and make sure you're watching it in the best HD quality that you can. Alright, let's go check out my little segment with Robin, okay? Alright, let's do that.
There's so much to see here in New York that me and Robin decided to hit the streets and visit some of the most iconic landmarks of the city. Our first stop was 23rd Street, so we could take a picture in front of the iconic Flatiron Building. So here we are in front of that weird-shaped building. Then we checked out the Brooklyn Bridge. Can't forget the Empire State Building. Boy, is that tall. Here we are at the Statue of Liberty. We got a really close look. Of course, New York City's famous Sphinx. And then we went to Queens.
And this is us in front of Dallas Barbecue.
This section of the show is brought to you by Non-Menthol Newports. Non-Menthol Newports. Because you want to be black, but not that black.
Hey, what's up, Low Budget Show? Welcome back. This is the interview portion of the show. Today, joining me is my guest, Usama Siddiquee. How you doing?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Not much, man. Thanks for joining me, bro.
Let's chill in this studio apartment.
Yeah, we call it, it's the Low Budget Studios, is what we call it.
So low budget studio meaning $3,000 a month.
Close
Low
enough.
Oh my god,
That's way too close.
Number. Oh my god.
That was way too close. Isn't that scary, folks? All right, well, thanks for joining me, man. What you been up to?
Dude, just comedy, man. Just if you're following a dream, following that dream.
Dream chaser.
Dream chaser. That's what they call me when I go hang out with my Native American friends, man. Dream chaser, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
Do you have one of those green catches?
I have all the things. I have all the stereotypes. I'm more Indian than Indian.
Have you ever been confused for a different race?
Oh yeah. I've been confused for like Sri Lankan. Is that a different race though? That is.
I don't know.
It is.
It's close enough.
I don't even know, man. Yeah, I've been like Sri Lankan, Indian.
I'm actually Bengali, like from Bangladesh, right? But I've been confused for like Nepalese, Zimbabwe has been one of them.
Yeah.
Dark dude. I'm a dark dude.
You're a dark dude, yeah.
It's a melanin. But I mean, it's I think mostly Indian though, and we're just not that bad. I can't get pissed off because even I can't tell Indians from Bengalis. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool, man. So, how's comedy treating you?
Dude, I don't know. I came here like 5 months ago, I think, from Dallas, man.
And it's been good, dude. It's just living like just grinding. Dude. I mean, I like it because it's like, dude, here you get 4 times a day you can do sets, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas in, you know, in Dallas, I mean, you were there for a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
In Dallas, you would get 4 times a week if you hustled.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Right? You had to drive hours to get 4 times a week, you know?
When you did 2 mics a night, it felt like you were getting
Yeah, I know.
right?
Like,
you would go home like this.
Right.
Oh, I don't even have to write anymore.
Right? You're just like, am I Rocky right now? Because I'm being Rocky right now. And you had no idea that some shitty comic was here busting his ass every day, 4 mics a night. Like, you know?
My record's 7, actually.
7 mics in one night. Nice. I got a 6er in once.
Nice.
That's about it.
Nice.
But yes, I mean, it's possible. You start at 3.
You know, you get the karma going, then you go to your comedy club, then you just keep it at, and you have to be an asshole a little bit.
You have to go in and then say like, all right, I'm gonna not stay for anybody.
And the thing is, like, when I knew it was gonna be, like, I knew I was going for the record.
Yeah.
And so, like, right around 5.
that record face, like,
like right around 5, I was like, I can't back down.
Yeah.
I can't back down. Yeah, mine started at 3, and then it ended at an 11 o'clock mic at the Creek.
Yeah. Ooh,
so
man,
it was
I love
like,
that. I love it.
Yeah, but so what's the biggest obstacle in your way of like transitioning from a scene like Dallas to a scene like New York?
It was like
The willingness to bomb more. You know, I think in Dallas, right? So in Dallas, it's a weird scene because like there's like 1 mic a night, right? 1 big mic everyone goes to, right? So you get dolled up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You go drive down the highway. You're like, all right, this is gonna be my night, you know. So it's like a weird element where you're separated from the comedy because you live in a place and then you go to the comedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas here, it's like you're immersed in it. This city is the comedy, right? And so you're in it. So when you bomb once, it's like, dude, I'll just go to the next mic and I'll just keep going. You keep going. It's just like you don't even have time to fall because like in Dallas, you might do a bad set and then that drive home where you have to like convince yourself not to turn right fast at 90 miles an hour. You know?
Yeah.
And so, but there, it's just like you bomb and you keep going, you kill, bomb, kill. It's like it's way more organic and just like, it doesn't give you time to just wallow.
Like you're preparing something and then you go and you do it. Where here it's like, you just live comedy.
You're in it.
You're in it.
You're
I'll perform here. Like,
yeah.
Like here's what I really love about this city is where I'll take something on stage at like 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the night, that joke is totally different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, okay, just scribble this
Right,
out.
right.
take
Or
this.
totally gone.
Which I like. The idea that like in Dallas you'd have a shitty joke for months. You just keep trying because like you don't have time to like, you don't have enough test cases, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But in New York, within 3 days, you know, all right, this joke was always shitty. Move on, keep going, keep going. It's just the pace is so much faster. You just grow so much faster. You go through so much material. You know, maybe 1 in 10 jokes really works. Let's be real. You know, I mean, it's brutal. You gotta bomb through 9 jokes before you get to that 1 gem.
In a weird way,
Yeah.
Right? And so but I like it. I like that dynamism. I like that energy. I like just being in it and just roughing it out and eating shit and not eating shit. It's just real. I don't know. I feel like it's what I always wanted in comedy.
Yeah. I mean, and there's something about like, you don't even have to make it to feel like a real comic.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You're close enough.
Nice,
right?
nice. See, I killed in front of a guy who I respect. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Yeah. There it is, dude.
It's weird.
And then you see like your idols bomb too, like here.
You know, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it feels so good.
It feels so good to see you bomb.
You just did so bad.
Oh my god. You did.
Oh,
terrible.
Giannis, I'm so glad you didn't kill. Because it gives you less of a pressure on you to stop, and you realize it's just part of the game. Not doing well all the time, you know.
Was it a tough decision for you to come here, or?
So like, I knew I wanted to come here the entire time.
I started comedy. I was like, dude, this is the place I need to be to do what I want to do. I already knew that this was the Mecca, right? But I didn't tell my parents that. I was supposed to go to med school, right? I got into med school. Right, so I got into Texas A&M, and I was like, ready to go. Deferred it, all right? Made some bullshit story. Oh, actually, what if some metavisions? Made some really real story about my mom's leg.
Yeah.
And so I had to defer for a year, right? And so in that year deferment, after I got into med school, I just stayed in Dallas and did 1 more year accruing cash and money so I can move here.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, I said, hey, my mom still has a problem, blah, 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 blah. I can't really do med school. And they're like, okay, that's fine. And I came here. But yeah, I got into med school and like my dad was all ready for me to go. And then I told him one day, I was like, yeah, Dad, I'm not going to do it.
I'm not gonna do the med school. He's like, yeah. He did one of those classic in movie things. He was like, you little. Wait, what?
Hilarious.
Yeah, right. And then he Like it was real. It was real. I was like, yeah, I deferred med school. I'm not going. And he was like,
how could you do this to me? And I was like, oh fuck, like this is, you know, it was real. Like you were the person. Like there's 3 kids, me, older brother, younger brother. I was the kid that was supposed to make it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm the kid with the ability to form sentences and shit.
You got into law.
Fucking med school, exactly. And so like, he told me that like his wish was for me to become the next Mother Teresa. All right. I'm like, you know, she was a piece of shit, right? And my dad was like, yeah, I wanted you to help people, you know, and because I knew you had it in you. And I was like, Dad, just because, you know, I'm not doing that doesn't mean I don't love you or cannot help people.
Right.
And then I just burst, man. It just tears everywhere. And then my dad, it was classic, like, disappointed dad. He just looked away and just kept reading. It was like, it was real, man. And I just whimpered off like, fuck, this sucks, man. And then I think like the day before I left, he like hugged me close and he's like, never forget where you came from. It was some movie shit. It was straight up. Never forget where you came from.
I can't wait to see the Usama Siddiquee story.
The VH1 special, right? And then like, yeah, it was real, man. Never forget where you came from. Straight up, like
you could have half a script done for a Hollywood movie right now.
It was real. But the thing is, it's such a classic dad move, and I don't know, man. And then I came here.
And then it was even worse because like I finally got earrings, right? Because I wanted earrings since I left, right? And then like
1 month into New York, I Skyped my dad and mom, and they were into me. I was making them laugh. I was having a good time. Like it almost seemed like they were proud of who I was as a person. You know, they accepted my existence. It was great, right?
Yeah.
And then I made them laugh, and then during the crest of one of the laughs, I was like, now's the time, right? And then straight up my dad did the same thing. He was like, disconnect.
And then he didn't talk to me for another like 2 months.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
First med school, now earrings? You son of a
I can accept
bitch.
you being poor forever, but fucking, yeah, it was...
Poking a hole in your faith? You son of a
No
bitch.
son of a mine will do a harmless thing that doesn't harm anybody. God damn. But yeah,
man.
it was.
You trying to break this guy's heart?
Basically, I'm probably gonna send me a video of him just banging a dude or something like that, and then be like, "Happy birthday, Dad."
Well, that got really twisted there. Wow, what a real story, man. You're really chasing this thing.
I mean, I guess, you know, I'm like, I'm here. I left everyone I know, you know.
I thought I did something big by walking away from a $40,000 a year job.
That's still big. What are you talking about? Like,
not big as walking away from med school.
Yeah, I mean.
Then again, med school, I mean, that was debt. That was going to be debt. That was going to be 8 years. True. I mean, I did almost, someone could maybe make the argument that I was cowardly a little bit.
No. But I mean,
you gotta chase your dreams.
Right.
You get one shot.
Right.
Right.
And I
mean, do you think like if you decided to go to med school, like
I would have hated it, dude.
it would have ate you up, right?
For sure. And then I would have seen my friends get stuff, and I'd be like, "What the fuck am I doing?" You know?
And like I would have blamed my parents, you know, because anything but yourself, right? So like I was like just preemptive. Take the shit now, so you don't eat your shit like when you're 50.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a quote right there. You know?
Quote that. I'll put it right on the screen right now. Freeze so we can put it up. Awesome. Cool.
Dropping bombs, man.
Cool, man. So what made you fall in love with it then? I mean, if you're going to be this dedicated
right.
and willing to do that, what was the moment where you were like, this is it for me. This is what I got to do.
Right. So like, I mean, when people start comedy, they're always, it's not like they just started. Then people tell them they're funny and they're a funny dude. They have a weird life. Like you have some crazy shit, and I'm sure you've detailed in this podcast.
I've talked about it.
Yeah.
I don't know, like when you start comedy and the first time you do it, I was like, I wrote just Usama bin Laden puns, right? Just bin Laden puns. That's all I had. 5 minutes. I wrote it down. I just drove to Hyenas Comedy Club in Dallas, crying. I was like, no one's gonna laugh at this. And then like I would go at 12:30 because you know how Dallas comedy works, right?
Yeah,
you go
sure
and
do.
You leave at 12:30. So I go 12:30 in front of like 8 people, kill, right? And that's it. Boom. I'm like, this is fucking it. And then I bombed 8 times after that.
Yeah.
But that first kill is enough, you know? Like, I'm in it.
Yeah. I did something similar. Honestly, though, looking back, I didn't kill, but because I thought I killed, the feeling was
Right.
of a kill was in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so I wrote that for months. Had I known how bad I really did, I probably would have quit.
Right, of a video. Dude, my first joke was, besides the Usama Siddiquee stuff, was
Man, Shaq's dick. Yeah, right? Am I right? Yeah. How big is that puppy? I used a Subway footlong as the punchline to my Shaq's dick is big joke.
Oh my god.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
Is it too late to get back into med school?
Yeah.
Boom.
Man.
Oh man. So comedy's not easy. I mean, you probably had your ups and downs along the way.
Yeah.
Anything memorable? Like any moments where you're like, what am I doing here?
Right. I mean, dude, after the 9th bomb in a row, you're just like, maybe it was a fluke or something, you know?
And I think you keep going, and like I wrote all this material. I didn't know how shows worked really, so I got a show once really early in, right? And I didn't know how shows worked, so I thought you had to write new material for every show, right?
Yeah.
And I had this weird thing where I was like, yo, I gotta be a visionary all the time, just like 5 new minutes. And it was a show for all strippers.
What?
Just strippers, right? And so like a comic's life is sad.
Sounds amazing.
Right? It sounds amazing, right? You're gonna go up, they're gonna take your pants off after you kill, right? Everyone's gonna bang you in like a conveyor belt of women, right? Mm-hmm. But I go up there, right? And then I think they'll realize the fundamental difference of why a comic will never make a stripper laugh is because a stripper's life is sadder than a comic's life.
You know?
Wow.
What's the only thing sadder than a comic's life? A stripper's life, right? So I go up, I eat shit for so long, okay? Like
it was 10 minutes. It felt like the fucking, like an eternity, right? Mm-hmm. And my first joke, it's so bad. I was gonna do some riffage, right? I was like, you know what? I'm a funny dude, all right? I'm a funny dude. I'm gonna riff this shit.
Did you riff this shit?
You wrote that right into your set list.
Riff this shit.
Riff this
and then
shit.
I wrote in wait for applause break, okay? The whole time for standing ovation, okay? So I got up and there was this big, just fat pillar, right? In the middle of the room. And I looked at it and I was like, just a big fat pillar in the middle of the room. And I looked at the fat stripper and I was like, is that your pole? Yeah! And then I bombed, and I fucking bombed for like 10 minutes, right? And so, okay, so I bombed, right?
And then after I bombed, when you're doing really well, the host is there fucking on the dot, ready to go 6 minutes in,
Yeah.
right? And when you're bombing, he's out taking 8 smoke breaks, right? So I finished.
Up there 12.
Right? So I finished, and I was about to scamper out with my tail between my legs, and I'm like, all right, guys, that's my time. Thank you guys so much. And then there's no one there.
There's a silence because the host is out taking a smoke break, right?
So you had to stand there, hold up the mic.
Right. So I had one last joke left, okay? And it's about...
One in the tank.
Okay, and it was about how awesome my dad was, which is like the least relatable joke for a stripper. And so I bombed even harder. And literally, it was the worst.
What are dads?
My dad's awesome, and I'm like, no, fuck this shit. I can't.
And then I bombed again for like another 2 minutes, and then the host came out and just took me out, and it was... I don't know why I'm so good. I mean, after that bomb, I should have quit comedy forever. I should have quit life, honestly.
That'll cure an ego, man. I think if you bombing, like comedy is a way of it's like an Icarus thing where you can't fly too close to the sun.
It'll burn you. Right. The moment you go up on stage, looking like you know what you're talking about, the crowd will eat you up. They see that, they sense it, and they're just like, no,
I've never done good when I was confident.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's always when I feel like my heart's gonna fall out of my chest that I kill.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't go up because I'm gonna pass out.
Exactly.
Like, get up there, because boom.
Energy, right?
And it's like, I always feel weird when there's no nervousness. I'm like, why am I not nervous right now? This is not good.
Yeah.
Because maybe you've been killing the last week or something. And so you'll definitely, the comedy is a way of just that crowd is it's a hive mind,
You ever see someone with really well written material, but you can see that he's not comfortable and he's not getting laughs?
Yeah.
And then I've seen the exact opposite.
Right.
Fucking hacks.
Oh, yeah.
Garbage. Hacks. Garbage material. Hacks. Fucking.
Just flew in from Tucson the other day, and boy, are my arms tired.
Buddy, they're fucking up there singing and dancing and shit with all the energy in the world, just destroying it. It's kind of like...
That's rough, man.
I mean, Kyle Kinane had the story about how he was opening for this ventriloquist dude who was racist.
Yeah.
wore the Chinese glasses where you put on the glasses and you get the slant eyes.
Oh.
And it was like that shit. And he was killing. And then Kyle Kinane would go up and he would just bomb.
With like real material, and it was just like.
I did a show exactly like
Really?
that in Beloit, Wisconsin.
Okay.
It's super blue collar.
Same dude, maybe, you know?
Huh?
The same kind of dude?
No,
Like-
okay, it was me and two, like, really, really good comics from Chicago booked on this show, and between the Chicago guys and me, they put up this fucking, this townie.
Yeah.
And he came up, and he had, like, shit
thing.
stapled to it.
Yeah,
He was
you
doing
know
this.
the shoulder up and down. That's towny shit, right?
He had shit stapled to his hat.
Oh, God.
He had like cereal boxes that he wrote puns on.
I can't even.
And he was fucking murdered in a
Yeah.
room that like I was like, oh my god, why is no one laughing in here? And then he goes up and you just like, I'll show you how it's done, boys. Boom, 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 prop comedy.
Dong ding dong ding dong. Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Oh
dude.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
racist material, killing.
Yeah.
Fucking the oldest premises like. Don't you hate it when your wife makes you go buy a tampon?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's not a buzz, that's my wife. Like,
I came home with napkins, bitch. Like what? Why is this killing?
Oh, you
None of this makes
only
sense.
3 jokes. It's like the applause breaks were that long, you know? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck it, yeah. Jeez. Because maybe it's a townie, and so that local flavor they enjoy. Like, oh, it's a guy we know, you know?
Yeah.
So you just fed the straight up lowest common denominator and just like destroyed.
I don't know.
I'll lose a grip a little bit when I see a guy who should not be killing, totally killing, dude.
And there's something to be said about like not compromising to that too. Like, yeah, that's what they want, but Kinane, Bronger, Matt Bronger, those guys bombed for more years and had day jobs for more years because they stayed true to their vision.
Right.
And now they're
But then
getting
you
huge.
become a voice. You know what I mean? If you're not fucking going down that beaten path, or if you really have something to say and you really want to get to, but you want to have that breakthrough and really get to your own voice. You can't just cater to a crowd.
You can't.
You always play to the smartest of the crowd. I think that was a Bill Hicks thing.
Someone
he
amazing.
said something like that.
Yeah.
Always play to the smartest person in that room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't fucking lower what you're doing just to get
Right.
big laughs.
Right.
And just, I mean, you gotta be yourself, man. That's the thing, because like that's how longevity is, dude.
Yeah.
The hack will have a few good kills, man, but he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna. I mean, in terms of himself, not even in the comedy. Just you have to be unflinchingly, devoted. I mean, there's you exaggerate the truth. That's comedy, right?
Right.
But you have to stay true to your energy and and true to yourself. That's what it is. Like it's really if you don't have that integrity. That's what it is. The integrity of, hey, I'm doing this comedy, like the respect for the art form.
Right.
It's going to eat you up because there are people who do that, and they're going to be better than you.
When you get that real connection,
Yeah.
when you're being real
Right.
and honest, that audience feels that, and
Yeah.
it's in the room.
Oh, for sure, for
like
sure.
when you see a real guy, just follow like someone who's just doing jokes
Yeah,
and jokes,
yeah.
and this guy comes up
This
there.
is your overall like, man, I suck. One day there's gonna be a guy who's really like that, and you're gonna be like, "What's fucking hack?" But he's gonna be like,
Fucking hack?
"That's who I am."
I don't know.
Like,
What does this even mean?
Yeah.
What is
Oh
this?
man,
What is
I'm
this?
having a good time up here. Like,
Hey,
a guy can have a
hey,
disease,
hey.
and you can just be like, "Man, fuck this, dude."
Yo, that leukemia guy sucked.
So I get tremors, when I do comedy because I have low blood sugar. Damon in the back. Come on, let's get some comedy up in here.
I don't know, but so yeah, I've done this thing too, where like I've felt the growth happen, where I was like, oh, I'm starting to be more and more honest. You know what I mean? Like I thought edginess was the way to go.
Okay.
And I confused edginess with honesty. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So when a Shay comic does a really edgy joke, and he's like, "Well, that was too offensive for you guys, huh?"
No,
It was a
sucked.
shitty fucking joke, right?
Yeah.
And like, that's what it is. Like, oh, we're not Australian geese fans up in here, Like, I know your joke about Australian geese, no one can relate to,
This
right?
is your
So-
ninth fucking masturbation joke in a row.
Too edgy, bro? Too edgy?
Yeah, too edgy. Is that what it is?
All right.
Ooh.
I didn't know we were Christian conservatives up in here. the old Catholic safe, you know what I'm saying? What are we, a bunch of Catholics? Oh, god damn. But that's what it is. It's like, dude, as long as and when you get those laughs, like, from being real, they feel so much better because it feels like true human connection.
And even when I bomb and I'm telling real stories about like I'm like you know, like recently I'm talking about my step grandpa, which is a real thing.
Nice.
And I like this is a subject I haven't ever touched on before. You know what I mean? And like, and I'm just talking up there, and it doesn't feel like a bomb because you come down, you're like,
because you felt like integrity. It feels like a bomb when you weren't real to yourself, and then they didn't like that version, and then you feel like shit because like you weren't real.
They didn't like the cartoon version of me.
Right. They didn't like this guy of me.
Right.
But
it's getting more and more pronounced, by the way. Like, you're gonna end up.
They didn't like that guy.
The old hack stroke.
Yeah. But you know, but it doesn't feel like a bomb if you're like you're walking into new areas. You're like, oh, this is worth exploring.
Or like how you said walking and you did a swim motion. That's hilarious.
Well, I
you know, when
in
you're
my
walking,
brain I was picturing like heavy brush.
Okay.
And I'm breaking through. I'm like,
right.
oh, there is jokes in here. Oh,
right. Damon writes in the jungle. He goes.
Because to me, like, there's just all this stuff in the way.
Right.
You just gotta clear it out.
Right. I like that. That's good.
Oh, now I'm talking about.
And there's the voice. At the end of the clearing is like your voice, and that's the true you.
Yeah.
You know?
And I might not got a lot of laughs, you know, but like I'm like, ooh, this is worth exploring. Yeah. Okay. And so. Do you do this? You mentioned this, like you were like, oh, it's new jokes Saturday.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So do you start brand new jokes on Saturday? Take them through the week.
Something exactly. So like Saturday, Sunday, I'll do new jokes,
and then I'll take that and I'll probably have one joke out of that. Maybe not even that much out of it. That I'll probably like, okay, this is a joke that could work, and then I keep that. Then I keep writing. I think in New York, you probably have like 2 weeks to like work on a joke at the same mics.
Yeah.
Before they're like, fuck, you know, stop.
You know what? I don't know. I know what you mean, but I also don't. Because, like, when somebody does a repeat joke that I've heard before, I don't go, oh, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, okay.
But I do feel that way when I'm bringing the same joke up.
You're probably right. Because I think on stage, you feel what's worse than it actually looks. Yeah.
But you think that they think that way, but they don't.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way when you've seen somebody do the same joke a couple
times?
Right.
It's more, if it's the exact same wording, I'm like, you could have written one extra line, you know? We're doing mics, we're not doing shows.
Right, yeah.
But
I feel you, like the feeling of on stage, and as long as you don't have like a misplaced ego, as long as you don't have a rapper ego about yourself, you know, I killed that shit, and like, dude, you got 0 left. No, but like, when you come off, it's always, the people watching you, it's always better. Because in your mind, you're going through like a billion different calculations and neural firings, and like in your mind, you're just like, oh, yeah, I'm bombing. And like I said yesterday, actually, I was doing a check spot, and I mean, those are brutal, man. And like, I came off, I got a couple laughs, but it was just in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Because those are tough, you know?
Those are the toughest
spots.
I didn't even know what a check spot was.
Yeah.
I thought a check spot was a guest spot. I just thought they called it something different.
Oh, God.
So I go up, and I'm just dying.
Dying.
And you're like, what?
I'm funny though.
And then you get out and you realize everybody's getting their checks.
Right.
And then they're like, and it's New York City drink prices, and they're all like, oh,
what the fuck?
Of course we're not listening to your fucking Play-Doh machine joke. You know what I mean?
What the fuck? But I get you. Yeah. It's like then your anger towards the onion rings gets transferred to the joke. You're like, fuck onion, fuck this guy.
This guy.
Fucking you cost too much. You know, that's what it is. It's like.
This guy isn't funny!
Yeah, I know. Life isn't funny. It's like, it's not you. They're really honestly pissed at how much onion rings cost.
Yeah.
And also, they didn't tune in to the beginning of your joke because they were looking at this. Tuning into, like, your story, it's harder, you know? Like,
some of them will still try to be nice, too.
Yeah. Oh, God. And so they're half mad at each one. It's not good. By
the end of 5 minutes, we're like, you know, you'll do maybe like a 7, 8, 9 minutes, and by 5 minutes you're getting some laughs, and you're like, oh shit, okay, cool, they're back in.
Yeah.
But you've probably already lost half the crowd forever.
And
because,
yeah. And you're doing this thing. I don't know if you do this, but
this thing where like if something's not going my way, I'll like slip up a word.
Okay.
And then like I'll speed up.
Yeah, definitely
try and catch up, which makes me mumble and stumble more words, and there's just like.
Right. You just described yesterday night.
No, man, that's what happens. I think you become the worst version of yourself when you're bombing. For me, it's just speeding up. I just speed up so fast. It's just
you're just racing for that punchline.
I know. And then you realize that you need a setup for that shit to work.
Yo, and when all else fails, just be like,
Yeah, and then get a rubber chicken and slap yourself,
Yeah.
and then
Oh, I get it.
smash a watermelon, and then they'll love you again.
cool. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I think
Yeah.
I think we talked pretty long.
It was
and,
fun. Thank
some good stuff, man. Please come back and see me
Absolutely.
again. Usama Siddiquee, where can people find you?
Facebook, all right. You hit me on that Facebook, Twits on the twits at Usama bin Laughin, okay? And then I'm on Instagram.
Usama bin
It's the
Laughin.
most amazing Twitter handle that's currently in existence.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, and then I'll just be around doing shows and shit.
All right, cool. That's it for the low budget show. Join us next time when we're gonna interview as many pigeons that'll come up into this apartment. All right, thanks for joining us. Tune in next time. Thanks a lot.